The best stuff in comics this week.
Welcome back to another episode of the best stuff in comics this week. This is where we look at the other best stuff. Not just the best covers, the best stories, and the best art. The other best stuff. This week's best use of a maze, a labyrinth, comes from Batwoman number 13. So Batwoman and Wonder Woman, they're walking around. Looks like they're going to be trapped for days. But being trapped with Wonder Woman or Batwoman wouldn't be that bad of a thing. Best maze / labyrinth this week. Speaking of Wonder Woman, the best use of bulletproof bracelets. Wonder Woman number 13. So she's flying around. They start shooting. You don't shoot at someone with the bracelets. Bulletproof, mystical, godly bracelets. Best use of bulletproof bracelets this week. This week's best jaw-ripping moment, literally, comes from Venom number 26. So, minimum carnage, during Microverse, giant creatures, and Kane, Scarlet Spider.
I've not beaten death a zillion times to get eaten by an amoeba today.
That's gotta hurt. Best jaw-ripping moment this week. This week's best inter-company crossover comes from Marvel Now .1. We have Nova flying, and look, he goes by a farm. Who's this big old farmer standing by his paw? Don't let the lawyer see that one. Best intercompany crossover this week. This week's best leave you sick in your stomach comic comes from The Walking Dead number 103. It's not because you think. It's not. We got zombies, we got people dying, getting ripped and killed, and that's not what's going on here. We just have such an incredibly bad, sinking feeling as Rick and the survivors have to sit back and take it. When just read this series, get caught up. Best, yeah. This week's best cell phone comes from Ultimate Comics Spider-Man number 16. So Miles Morales, he's fighting, he's along with the Ultimates. He needs a call, he needs to make a phone call. So you look at this cell phone, it looks just like a giant hand. What? It actually is a hand. It's Iron Man's hand, his glove. He's talking, hey. So is that what Iron Man does? Hey, Pepper, I'm coming. I'm gonna be home in 10 minutes. Warm up the jacuzzi. So it's like literally talking to the hand, Iron Man's hand. Best cell phone this week. And as an honorable mention, the best reason why not everyone needs a smartphone or should have a smartphone comes from Daredevil number 19. So he's out, he's making a phone call. He still has a flip phone. Nothing wrong with the flip phones. It wouldn't really make sense for Daredevil to have a smartphone because he wouldn't be able to read it or see it. Best reason not to have a smartphone, not to give up your flip phone. And our last one, you probably know it's coming, you've probably been waiting for it. Deals with censorship. Not everyone's, censorship's not always a good thing, but sometimes there's a reason for it. Sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes you can be thankful for it. Best censored scene this week comes from Hawkeye number 3. So Hawkeye just got a little something. The bros come in, start shooting, and we see Hawkeye jump with a strategically placed Hawkeye head. Or Hawk blocking as Matt Fraction referred to it. Best censorship this week. And that is it for this week. Let us know the other best stuff that we missed. Big thanks to Hydranus, Dweeb of the Dead, Kelly Manjaro, Big Walt Diesel, Adam Neeson, Greg Katzman, and Josh Coe for your suggestions. If you would like to play along each week on Wednesday or early Thursday morning, at ReplyMe, G-Man from Heck on Twitter, and we'll make sure what you think is the best will be considered. Otherwise, keep reading comics, keep looking for the best stuff, and keep up that Hawk blocking. We don't need to see that. We We don't need to see little Hawkeye.